Marseille's hopes of European football next season suffered another blow with a Ligue 1 draw away at Strasbourg on Friday. The OM started well and took the lead through a beautiful bit of team play, Valère Germain scoring from the edge of the penalty area. However, just after the hour, Kenny Lala levelled after Jonas Martin's spot kick was saved by Steve Mandanda. 1-1 it finished, leaving Marseille in 5th. Well, with just 4 matches remaining at the bottom of the table, the relegation battle continues with Guingamp at home to Caen later today. Elsewhere, Saint-Etienne can close on a Europa League spot if they can win in Monaco on Sunday. This weekend's box office clash is 3rd place Lyon and 2nd place Lille meeting in the evening. Paris Saint-Germain will be back in action against Nice at Parc des Princes later today, at home for the first time since last weekend's Coupe de France final loss to Rennes. With the Ligue 1 title already sewn up, Thomas Tuchel's men are looking to make a statement in front of their supporters during a difficult run of just 1 win from their last 6 matches. Right now it's a complicated and strange phase because we're champions, but we also lost the final of the Coupe de France. However, we want everyone to show the right mentality, and that is absolutely necessary if we are to win. Neymar appeared to punch a spectator in the wake of the Coupe de France final and is now under investigation. Tuchel admitted that the Brazilian superstar is upset.
He's not happy in this moment. It's normal because Ney hates to lose, and I think that all these talks around have a big influence on him. If it would be possible for him to show this more to the outside, like he is, like the person he really is, we would not talk about. Not a lot of people would talk about him in the way they do.
Kylian Mbappe is suspended for PSG after he was hit with an additional 2-game ban on top of his automatic 1-match suspension for his red card in extra time of last weekend's Coupe de France final before defeat on penalties. Liverpool can provisionally take over from Premier League leaders Manchester City if they can win away at Newcastle United later today. Pep Guardiola's men currently lead Jurgen Klopp's by 1 point but do not play until Monday. The German is positive despite Wednesday's 3-0 Champions League semi-final first leg loss away at Barcelona.
In football, if you want to win, everything you need to accept that you still can lose. That's how it is. So, and again, the performance, the boys felt it on the pitch. We did some really good stuff there. That's how it is. We caused them problems. Doesn't happen too often that I lose 3-0 and have much more positive thoughts about the game than negative.
Klopp rejected suggestions that his troops are tiring because of the relentless dual demands of a domestic title race and a deep continental run.
The boys are completely on fire. Completely. There's nothing. That's what I said. When you're in the race and you see you can win it, you don't get tired. We are ambitious like hell. We want to, but we still know it's not 100% in our hands. But the only thing we can do is to beat Newcastle, and that's unbelievably difficult.
Liverpool's Naby Keita is out injured for the rest of the season, while Roberto Firmino is carrying a knock, but Trent Alexander-Arnold could return to the starting 11. Alejandro Davidovich Fokina pulled off the shock of the Estoril Open quarterfinals by beating Gael Monfils on Friday. The Spaniard lost the opening set on a tiebreak to the 3rd seed, and it looked like Monfils would power on from there. However, Fokina recovered to level in the 2nd set and then kept his nerve to win the decider. 6-7, 7-5, 6-4 it finished to set up a semi-final clash with Pablo Cuevas. Stefanos Tsitsipas cruised into the Estoril semi-finals by overcoming João Domingues in straight sets. The home favourite led 5-3 in the opening set, but the Greek justified the hype that surrounds him by battling back to take the set. Tsitsipas took the second as well for a 7-6, 6-4 win. Tsitsipas into the Estoril semis for the 2nd consecutive year, and he will face David Goffin, who overcame Malek Jaziri. Caster Semenya raced to what could be her final 800-metre victory at the Doha Diamond League on Friday. The 3-time world champion has now won her last 30 races across the distance, but the IAAF have imposed controversial new rules limiting the levels of testosterone in female athletes. Should Semenya wish to compete in the future, she will have to undergo medical treatment, something she currently does not wish to do. Rick Zabel raced to victory on stage 2 of cycling's Tour of Yorkshire. Friday's stage saw cyclists race from Barnsley to Bedale, and it all came down to the final sprint. Chris Bookmans fell in the last few metres as Dimension Data led out the sprint, trying to set up Mark Cavendish. However, it was Zabel who powered ahead to cross the line first. Jesper Asselman retained the leader's jersey. Jason Dufner leads the Wells Fargo Championship by 1 shot after Rory McIlroy slipped 5 adrift on day 2 at Quail Hollow. The world number 230 carded an 8 under 63 for 11 under, while Max Hummer and Joel Darman are tied on 10 under. McIlroy, a 2-time winner of the event, dropped 3 shots in 2 holes in his 70 and shares 4th at 6 under. The Northern Irishman began his round at the 10th with a 2-putt birdie, but dropped his first shot at the 14th with a 3-putt. McIlroy double bogeyed the 8th, and a chip cost him another shot at the last. Elsewhere, Phil Mickelson failed to qualify after making 14 successive cuts in the event.